Hey guys, happy Friday. I hate Fridays, I hate the weekends. Well, actually, it's going to be a really good weekend because I freaking said so. Anyways, alright, we're going to jump right back into the old craft today. And it's pretty interesting. It gets a lot interesting. More interesting if I can find where I was. It just gets even more interesting, and it's just incredibly amazing. So, another shout out to Young to Live By for the amazing two-part series. I don't even know what I watched last night. Of the pretty much like summarizing the works of Carl Jung, and it was just incredible. I love you guys. Anyways, so. Alright, now when he revisited the site in 1994, Bob was surprised to find a small piece of discolored perspex in the undergrowth, although some have cast doubt on the stories about the Alderley Covine. Such anecdotal evidence supports the account given by Bob Clay Egerton and suggests that he was actually telling the truth about his experiences in the old craft. So another person who seems to have stumbled accidentally into a genuine form of traditional witchcraft is the late Tony Newman, the founder of the modern Whitestone Tradition, and this is very controversial. I love it. Alright, so where'd I go? Now, in the 1970s, Newman lodged with a mother and daughter whose family name was Dark in a town in Surrey. So, they obviously recognized he had abilities that were suitable for the craft as they initiated him. They invited him to join their hereditary coven because they needed new blood. The Dark family were of Romani descent, and the coven met at various sites in the area, including the Ashdown Forest on the Surrey-Sussex border, and they convened indoors in barns and outdoors on land owned by local farmers with their agreement and at places of power. I love this. This is incredible. So here we go. Alright, now in the landscape marked by prominent old trees and ancient stones, a circle was cast with a rowan wand, as no metal was permitted. The altar was a forked staff or stang to represent the horned god, and this does echo Robert Cochrane's tradition. So, the witch god was depicted in animal form as a buck, stag, or fawn, and had twin aspects as the Green Man and John Barleycorn. That's what I'm more familiar with. That's my barleycorn, because we're surrounded by corn. So originally the object of worship in the Dark family tradition was a male deity, who Newman told this writer in a telephone conversation was identified with Lucifer. So they did not recognize any type of Wiccan reed, and no traditional witch will recognize a Wiccan reed. And if necessary, would practice cursing by calling the Horn One in his dark aspects to unleash the hounds of the wild hunt, to bring the miscreants back into order or enemies into disarray. Now, it is possible a similar concept to the summoning of the wild hunt existed in Robert Cochrane's old coven. So yeah, I love that though. I love that they identified it with but yeah, a lot of people are telling me, okay, well, I know witches wouldn't do this and that and this and that and this. The old craft is very different from Wicca and neo-paganism, so don't underestimate any of the old craft practitioners. Okay, so Evan John Jones mentions an incantation for circle casting that says, I summon forth the fairy hounds, sharp-fanged, white-coated, red of ear, to prowl beyond the circle's bound and put intruders' hearts in fear. That just oh my god, that gives me chills. Now, Doreen Valiente, an ex-Gardnerian witch and another member of Cochrane's coven in the 1960s, who was also no stranger to the art of cursing, as she owned a blackthorn blasting rod. So she wrote a poem called Widdershins, and in it she refers to the red-eared hounds of hell, who are let loose against a person who has been cursed to hunt you to your doom. So, although Tony Newman says he eventually became the Magister of the Dark Coven, the family one, he decided to break free from the restrictions and secrecy of the old craft. Why? Now, as a consequence, he decided to form his own craft tradition called Whitestone, and went public with it. Allegedly, this did not meet well with the approval of the Dark family, and especially by its matriarch, Mrs. Dark. Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed too. Who died a few years ago. At first, the new Whitestone group only published a newsletter, and through it offered a correspondence course. Later, with advances in technology, it had its own website on the internet. Now, in 1996, Tony Newman made an ill-fated attempt to launch a British Council of Elders to bring together different witchcraft traditions. Somebody else tried that too and failed. However, despite its public profile, Whitestone still retains some of the old traditional practices that are deemed controversial by modern craft standards. So, here we go. These included sexual induction and the Diablo Stigmata, or the Devil's Mark. This was a ritual tattoo given when the new witch was inducted. These archaic practices brought them into conflict, not only with the neo-pagan Wiccan movement, they should just butt their asses out, but also the law. Prospective candidates for initiation were warned in advance of what they could expect with the ritual. However, things did not go to plan with one female initiate, as she got cold feet when it came to be initiated. And this reminds me of Sabrina going to the altar to sign her name in the Book of the Beast, and then runs. She then made an official complaint to the police claiming that she had been sexually and physically assaulted by the Whitestone group. The local police, the CID Criminal Investigation Department, in Guildford, Surrey, investigated the case, but no charges were brought. Despite the Whitestone, despite this, Whitestone became a pariah in neo-pagan circles. It was condemned by the National Neo-Pagan Organization, the Pagan Federation, and the so-called Whitestone Survivors Support Group was even started. So that's pretty pathetic. That's pretty pathetic. Because it's, I mean, I'm not saying that nothing happened to her, but I mean, why would you do that? Why would you, I mean, you know what's happening, you know what's going to happen, you know you're joining a coven, a traditional craft coven. So I don't understand that. But I do, I love the Hounds of Hell, the Wished Hounds, which is in Cornwall, so we're kind of all over the map here in England. Which I don't personally mind whatsoever, so I like being all over the map. Alright, let's do some coffee talk. And don't forget, if you go up here, and you go to mysticamber.com and put my name in, RYANE, in all cap locks, you get 10% off store-wide. And I'm really glad you guys are enjoying your hexagram necklaces. They are powerful. They really are. I love them. I'll never go without it. So thank you, Mystic Amber, for this. Because it's powerful. I love it, and it really does help me with my work. It really does. It helps me, keeps me grounded, keeps me focused, balanced. Oh, Kit Shapiro. Hi, Kit. Shout out to Kit Shapiro. And if you guys don't know who that is Eartha Kitt's daughter, whom I adore, for answering my question. Oh, well, for responding to me. Because I love Eartha Kitt's music. And I've never been so criticized before for listening to that kind of music. Songs of yesterday. It's very strange how people want to criticize you for listening to records when they're listening to these new CDs and these new stereo systems. I like my record player. I'll stick with that. Alright, comments are loading. Oh, come on. Alright, Kim. Oh, hi, my Kim. Hi, my love. Feeling a little down and stressed today, but I know things will bounce back, and I just started thinking about the love of my life, and it makes me smile and happy. Aw. By the way, glad Chico had a good birthday. Love you. Awesome video. Thank you, my love. He did. He had an amazing birthday. Gustavo, I had coffee and I was thinking about you. Aww. I love you, brother. Thank you for all your prayers and good thoughts and everything. You're amazing. You really are. Alright, Witchy Boy. Hello. My Kim, my Tina J, Sheila Nagel. Hi, guys. How are you? Is that the end of my comments, really? Oh my gosh. That is the end of them because it's not loading anymore. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, so, well, it was good. It was good to see you guys in the live chat today, so very, very grateful for that, and very grateful for all of your kind words and everything. So, I will see you all tomorrow, so please stay healthy, and yeah, just be safe and all that good stuff, and all my love. All the way from Venus, always. All the way back down. And I love you guys with all my heart, and I'll see you all tomorrow. So, please have a good weekend, and I love you guys.